morning, everybody. Thank you so much for asking me to speak here today at the 2021 Juice Plus Winter Summit. The big question on our minds is, why should you be on social media? And it's the turn of a new year. If you've let your habits about posting slip, or you want to make a fresh start in the year ahead, this is exactly what you'll need to tackle. Why should you be on social media? Not because your upline told you to, not because you're feeling the pressure from everybody else, but because you have a message to share. And I want to give you some tactics and methods to help amplify the voice that you want to share. What are people looking for when they sign into social media? They're looking for gifts, for memes, for trending topics in the culture, because every single post has a purpose. You are either there to educate, to entertain, or to inspire. And in all three of those methods, you're going to engage with people. Because if you're educating them, they're going to thank you for learning something. If you're entertaining them, they're going to put a string of laughing emojis, or they're going to come back with another second joke. And if they're inspired, they're going to say, wow. They're going to message you and ask how they can be a part of the journey that you're posting about, and they can ask how they can join. So that's why every single post has a purpose. But you might be stuck. What content do you actually post about? What are the images, the videos, and the ideas that you're talking about on your social media every single day? Here's how we're going to explain it. We did some research and we found that of all the partners in the world, almost all of you post about 4 main topics, which are food, fitness, family, and team building. These are your content fields. Feel free to pick 1, 2, or maybe even 3 of these 4 and create lots and lots of content around an area that you're highly interested in. It could be your own passions, your own hobbies. It could be what's happening in the professional world of that particular sport, for example. But you have an opinion and a voice to share. And you can use this content field to find thousands of people who like the same material as you do. And you can start lots and lots of little conversations about an area that you're heavily passionate about. So let's take an example. Say you chose family. You could be sharing advice, tips, and inspiration with other parents. You could be talking about how your own kids got over milestones, such as giving up fizzy drinks or learning to eat their vegetables. You talk about the struggles and how you overcame them. So every other potential parent out there who might be facing the same problem is going to thank you for your solution. And then you've built a conversation and a relationship with them that you can take to the next level. But what if you chose 2 of those different areas, maybe sports and team building? You can easily draw parallels between the 2, because when you think about it, being a part of a team is just like being part of a Juice Plus business. You have to rely on teamwork to get to the end goal. So you could document some of the workouts that you do every single day that make you into a better sports person. Or you could share some throwback memories from when you used to play in your younger days and talk about the memories of being in that sport and how that's helped you become a better team player in your Juice Plus business. So if you choose 1, 2, or many more of these 4 content fields, you have to talk about and dive deep into this area to find ideas and topics and themes that can help you discuss your passion. Probably try and write down 5, maybe 10 different ideas within the field of family, within sports, within team building, within food. Write down 5 and then find 5 more ideas. How could you do that as a photo? How could you do that as a video? How could you do that as a longer IGTV video? How could you make it into a reel or a TikTok? It really starts with you take an initial concept and then you find lots of different ways to say the same thing. So here are 2 examples for some friendly faces. We've got Victoria and Jamie, and I love both of these because Victoria has made a great post about both food and team building at the same time. Jamie, on the other hand, has doubled down on the team building area, and she's shown a network of women together talking about how they're overcoming all of their struggles. I absolutely love both of these posts. So now it is your turn. I want you to write down a list of 5 things that you are most passionate about in your life, and write down in a separate column if they are from food, fitness, family, or team building. You cannot pick Juice Plus. That's the only condition here. Juice Plus is automatically your number 6. So what else are you into that could manifest itself through your social media? It could be reading. It could be coffee. There's no limit to what this topic could be as long as it represents you and that you feel you have the depth of knowledge to talk about it and find many different ways to take photos or videos about your topic. If you are struggling to work out how can I take a photo of that particular idea, here are 6 different ways and some of my favorites. Number 1 is to use your hand and hold the item in the palm of your hands or hold it up by holding the edge and take a picture of you physically grabbing onto the object. Number 2 is called a flat lay. It's a very Instagrammable post. And you basically arrange a whole lot of objects across a table and you scatter loads and loads of loose items. You position things in very different angles. Then you stand on top of a chair, you lean over the top and take a wonderful picture of all your fantastic items laid out. Number 3 is storytelling about your family, so everyday life with your kids, what things they got up to, what new skills they have learned, anything that you find interesting that you can turn into a narrative for your customers and your potential customers. Everyone going through the same situation with kids around about the same age can also find some value in this, and they can learn from your experiences, congratulate you on your successes, and want to develop a relationship and a conversation with you. Number 4 is go to the craft store or the art supply store and find some colored paper that you can buy. You won't believe how amazing your smoothie or your food will look when resting on top of this colored paper. You can zoom in close, you can zoom out far. Take landscape pictures or portrait pictures for different sizes like Instagram stories, like Facebook, and you'll even be able to take some amazing video when you have a beautiful piece of colored paper underneath and you don't have to worry about what your table or your countertops look like. Number 5 is a selfie or a self-portrait. Position a timer on your phone or a tripod and take a wonderful picture of yourself drinking your shake or having your capsules. You might feel shy when taking the photo itself, but once it's online, the fear will leave you as loads of people will be engaging with your content, very enthusiastic about the content that you have created. And number 6 is to share some key milestones. Plan out your content for the holidays like Valentine's Day, Christmas Day, Easter, someone's birthday, and really put a lot of thought into what content you could create on that day. It will just amplify the performance of that special event and make the occasion feel that much more wonderful. So to wrap up, I want you to think about this. Number 1, what value are you offering people? If they're connecting with your content, what are they going to get out of seeing you about your everyday life? Will they learn something? Will they be entertained? Or will they be inspired by what you're creating? Every post has a purpose and is transparent. I want you to know that you're creating this piece of content because you want to attract lots of comments. You want to attract lots of DM messages. You want to attract lots of likes, and you're going to follow up on every single person who's liked your post. I really don't want you to ever have to create content because you feel the pressure of not having posted in a couple of days. Everything you do must have a tangible reason behind it. Community, because you want to find people who enjoy the same things as you do and you can have discussions about it. So if you are passionate about a particular topic, you want to find others just like you. An opportunity, because you want those same people who find your content interesting to want to message you and ask what is it that you do and how they can get involved. So these are the main purposes about why you should be using social media. So if you're watching this and you're fired up and want to begin immediately, here's how. Open up your Facebook or your Instagram and reconnect with all of your friends and family. Engage with some of their posts because the algorithm might have lost touch between the both of you, and you can re-stimulate everything to connect you again with that other person. They will see more of your content in the feed and you will see more of their content in the feed. Use the search bar, find topics that matter to you. So if it's horse riding, if it's football, search these things and you'll find groups and communities full of people who like the exact same things as you do. And make sure you take the time to introduce yourself. So as you're always welcoming new followers, make sure you take a moment to reintroduce your brand, who you are, and what you've been doing over the last couple of months. Don't automatically assume every new follower is going to scroll back and learn who you are. They are going to judge you from the last post they've seen. So find an opportunity to reintroduce yourself every once in a while. And that's as much as I can cover in just a short amount of time. Thank you so much for listening. I greatly appreciate you being ready to kickstart your 2021 on social media. If you want to find out more, head to Juice Plus Insights for some more recordings about social media. Greatly appreciate everyone being here.